So welcome to another classic car cave. So this one's on the XK150. This is all the interior. I've got it on this pool table. When I went to see Jonathan, it's called John Skinner in Cheltenham. He does really good stuff. He did all the interior for my E-Type and it fitted beautifully. I fitted it all myself, but he did it, the kit. The same with the XK. There are other places, and especially around this area, Czechia, Hungary, places like that I could go to, but whether the patterns would be right or not, I don't know. There certainly would be less cost, but you know, where do you stop and where do you go with these things? So I plumbed for this because I know what I'm getting, I know what the product is, I know how good the service is, and this is why I went to Jonathan. So his son now, John Skinner, the man that started, his father, I think he's retired now, and Jonathan's taken over the business, which he's been running for years anyway. But really good quality stuff, and they do a lot of different classic cars, Austin English, Jaguars, yeah, you name it, they do it. I think pretty much. Maybe Minis not, but I'm not sure, but you could ask. Certainly little bespoke work they can do, because they've got all the materials and the machinists to do it. While I was there, I was lucky enough to film, and I put a bit of this film in, of another XK 150, but it was a drophead coupe. Now the drophead has a much more sturdier roof, it's lined and everything else, and compared to the Roadster, which is what I've got, the Roadster has a fairly flimsy roof, so to keep a bit of rain off, but it's not going to be, you know, completely weather tight, I'm sure. But the idea is to use the car in the good weather anyway, and if you get caught in a shower, it'll do the job. But it's the way it drops on the drophead coupe. It drops onto the back, and it concertinas on the back of the tonneau cover, and I don't like that shape. I think the Roadster's much nicer, where you pull the seats forward and the whole roof goes underneath, and you can't see the roof at all. All you've got is a leather strip around the back of the tonneau. I think it looks much sleeker. Anyway, so I'll put a bit of that film in, and I'll show you. The reason I did the filming was predominantly for myself and for Amir, so we can look at the way things are put in. So what I wanted to do was get the kit out, which is one of the things that Jonathan advised me not to do, to take the kit out, because you need such an amount of space to keep it all. But what I want to do is make sure that it's all there. That's kind of important to me, because it's a long way backwards and forwards. There are some things to come, some over carpets and bits and pieces, but I wanted to make sure we've got everything we're supposed to have. So what I'll do is I'll take you over to the XK, and I'll start by putting in the underlay, or the soundproofing, sound deadening carpets, if you like. So I'll put those in first, and then we'll have a look and see what we've got. And I hope you enjoy the video. I've got everything out of the boxes, so I've unpacked it. That's obviously all the boot material. This is the tonneau cover. You can see that round bit there is for the steering wheel, so if you don't want to put the hood up, you can put this cover over the top. That's some kind of bag for it. And then the hood is here. It's beige again, or biscuit for the hood. And these are the panels that go inside. These are the original ones. As you can see, they're aluminium. And we've got to fit them back in. Bit of a jigsaw puzzle, but we're getting there. There's a couple of pieces. I'll show you what I'm looking at in the car. That seems a bit strange, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And if not, I can contact Jonathan anyway. I'll take you on that side. It seems to look okay. This is just laid in. Now this is there's nothing stuck down, nothing cut to shape, nothing. It's just as it came out of the bag. So I'll take it back a bit, you can get a better idea. But you can see how nice that beige goes with that imperial maroon. Really gorgeous colour. And I'm getting overmats made as well, because that little piece of leather or plastic at the top there, I don't know what it is, that won't last. So I'll get some overmats made. But of course the seats come to kind of like that middle area there. So all this is going to have a seat in it. This has all got to be padded out. There's a couple of pieces at the back I don't quite get, because it's moquette that goes over these inner arches, but I've got to put this back piece in first. But it's just been, basically I've just shoved it in just to see how it looks, and it fits really well, I have to say. Amir, come and have a look. So Amir's just come in. Gonna have a quick look and see what he thinks. As I said, it's just put in there flat, nothing's been trimmed, nothing. It's, what's your first thoughts? Nice.
Nice and
the
clean.
colour's nice, isn't it?
Nice and clean.
Yeah, it is at the moment, yeah. Yeah, so it's coming on. Okay, I see how that goes. Oh. Okay. So I need the, okay, I need the rubber there. The scutching. The box for the bottom. They're nicely lined up, them spears. Yeah, same. Yeah, same. That one's not, that's good. It's nice. Because this is a drophead coupe, that's why the hood is so big on it. Alright, let's see if we can open this boot up. Oh, it's locked, right. Yeah, it is. I put 2 gas rams on mine instead of that big horrible one. And they work really nice, the two little gas rams.
The torsion bar, not torsion bars, what do they call it? It's,
springs, spring helpers or something. Or,
yeah.
Because that big one's horrible, and what happens is the boot sits over like that at an angle. It's not good for the hinges, I don't think. There we go, look at that. Now,
apparently I'm missing a bit there, according to Jonathan.
Yeah, there's a cover goes over that.
Well, I don't have that cover. Well, I got to find out why I don't have the cover.
How did you, what have you got, helper springs on it?
Yeah, they're the original ones.
What year is this one?
This is 58, 59, I think, something like that. It's before they had the big rear lights. So it's before the big rear lights.
Yeah, it was 58 or 50. Yeah, mine's a 58, but it had the big heavy rod here on this side.
Yeah.
But that's nice, isn't it? You know, what I didn't know about these as well is that, the E-types is, you know how all the E-types have a beige, or sorry.
Yeah.
When it's falling down, but then after that, it's actually putting it back up in place after you've used it. Basically, you don't have to fully clamp it as such, but if you imagine,
Just keeping it stretched.
yeah,
One of the things you can't do, obviously, with these carpets is glue them in, or the undercoat, or the undercarpet, the soundproofing, because you need to be able to get to these inspection holes here, or these covers. And basically, what you do is, if you have a puncture front or back, you can lift one side of the car. You basically just pull this out. Got a clip in either side, and you can see there is the box section. And you take your jack, you put it in there, you put it through, and you can wind the jack up from here, so you don't have to kneel down or anything. Now, to stop any crap going in there, obviously you want bungs, and when I bought them, I bought these from, change hands, I bought these from S&G Barrett. You can see they're round and obviously that's square, so it's got about a round peg and a square hole, and you can see that they're about as much use as a one-legged man at an arse-kicking contest. They're shit. So, thinking about it, I've got this piece of tube in here that I've put in, but I can get something made or find a piece of tube in the right thing. And if I put that inside and expand it, so now it's got like a, you can see there, it's got like a bulbous head on it there. That will then fit in there, and it's a nice fit. So no mud and shit can go in there. I'll do it. Look at that hand. So to me, that could do with being a few mil more, but compared to that, I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, what is the point in that? Shit. Yeah, I mean, useless. But with that, as I said, with that in it, so it's a nice little tip if you've got these. I'll tell you what it is once I make them up, and obviously I'll make 4 up because the box section goes right the way through, and I'll put one on either end, but I have to work out some way of pulling them out if they're a little tight. Maybe I'll put a little piece of rope through them or a chain or something. There you go. Anyway, so that's how it works, and there's the new jack for it. So and then you've got a handle that goes on top, and you turn it either upside down or to go up or down with it. So it's as simple as that. Very basic, but very clever idea. Okay, so I've just measured this box section in here to the other side. It's exactly the same length as that. It's 13.5 centimeters. So it means both plugs at both ends. So the one in this end and the one in this end have to be in. But you'd have to take, you know, like that. You'd have to take one out. Yeah, you'd have to take them both out, I should say. So, but that would seize it. I mean, you can just put your hand inside and just pull the box section out. But I'm wondering if maybe even a rod might be the way to go with a spacer in it, so they can't come out. You know, something that goes through this one, and then you can use the rod to push it out into your hand rather than try and, you know, get underneath and try and mess around with it. I've got my hand up and you can see. So I'll do that looking through the screen. Pull it out quite easy. That would be the way to go. Thinking about it now, I'm just thinking maybe a rod, a tube that fits both ends, and that would help you push the cap out the other end. Food for thought. You got any ideas, guys? Drop them down. Make a comment. I think on that note, I'll call it a day, and I'll give you an update once I get it on a bit further with the car. But really, I'm very pleased with so far. We're just laying them in, and they fit pretty well. So when they're put in properly, the moquette in the back should be really nice. So like I say, it's coming on. It should be gorgeous when it's finished. I love the Imperial Maroon and that beige. It's probably a bit light, but you know, I'm going to have over carpets in it and stuff, and it's a car after all. But that Motor Lita wheel's gorgeous. It's the small version of it as well. So on that note, as usual, we're working on all the vehicles and stuff in here. So I've done quite a bit of work in this one. Yeah, E-Type's running nice. Got to work with it, carry on with the Citroen. There's quite a lot of stuff that I bought for that, so I'll show you that in another video. But please join us. You know, think about subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, pass it on to your friends. If you're interested in cars, restoration and classic car work, give us a try. Anyway, as I said, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and be good to each other. Take care.